Hello and welcome to the Delphian Q4 2020 earnings webinar. For those of you who attended the Q3, we'll be going through and kind of reviewing some of the trades that popped up last time. And we will be showing you rolling out our new plan that we've been creating over the past week and a half. So Delphian is not a registered trade advisor. There's no guarantee. Past performance indicates future results, and we'll show you that throughout. We're not going to just show you all the winning trades from last time. We're going to show you some losing ones too, based off of the recommendations that we had populated in our last slide. So, we're going to give you the truth about, how they performed and things like that. So the agenda for today's webinar, which will probably go around 3 hours. We're going to go through a quick earnings overview, and then we're going to transition to, we're going to try and get them on. We're having Zoom difficulties right now. One of our members of Delphian, one of our customers, he went through and did a very extensive tracking of the previous quarter's trade ideas that came out for all the earnings. So he's going to present those results. Hopefully we can get him on the Zoom call here talking. So we're working that right now in the background, but hopefully that'll come through. I have his slides, and I think it'd be advantageous for people to see how real-time trading this thing panned out. So
Josh,
yeah,
I'm on. I forgot to click one button coming in as a panelist, so just FYI, I'm on.
Okay, perfect. All right, so you'll just give me a few minutes and then you're up.
Sure.
Thank you. So after Sudhir presents his Q3 results, we're going to go through each of the 8 trading strategies. You can see them there. Bullish, bearish, pre-runners, the vol rise, price mover, price non-mover, volatility crush, and then you have your 2 runners. After that, we're going to show you some of the tools in the system, specifically our earnings plan, and how you can create alerts for real-time trading based off of what we created. So and then we'll end up with a Q&A, and so we'll just talk real quick about Delphin Trading. So our founder and CEO is Ashok Yarlagadda. He started this quite a while ago. He's had some I guess kind of bad luck as far as getting in stocks when 2000, real estate back in 2007. So he finally decided to take things into his own hands and learn about options. He's a computer science engineer, one of the smartest people I've met, and since I'd say about 2014, he's rolled out Delphian, sort of on a beta platform type basis. We are, in the end, we're going to go towards commercial type endeavors, and we'll always keep our retail trading open too. We get a lot of ideas from our customers. Just as a secondary note, we do weekly meetings. We'll show you in the resources how you can attain those playbacks. We've been doing those for a few months, the playbacks, but we've been doing those meetings for probably about a year and a half now. So Delphian, we do advanced analytics on trades. So if you want to back test, you have an idea, you can back test pretty much almost anything you can come up with. We have data going back to 2007. So everything that we use for this trading plan, this earnings, is from the Delphian system. And this just pretty much represents about 1/10, 1/15 of the capability. So it's just specifically focused on earnings, but there's a lot more to Delphian. Specifically, we have an algorithm that predicts stock movement. And then we have a huge backtesting engine where you can take ideas you hear out in public or things that you come up with. Like an example of that would be things, when they cross below like a Bollinger Band, you want to test, how Apple does when it crosses below, a 20-day 2 standard deviation Bollinger Band. So we can do that really fast now. So that's the basics on Delphian. This is me. I actually have a beard now, so I guess that's the coronavirus lockdown. So, we're working remotely. But, previously, when I got out of college, I went to the Naval Academy and I served in the United States Navy as a ship driver in the Navy for a little over 10 years. And then after that, I got into trading, as an advisor at Merrill Lynch and then Wells Fargo. And, I was doing a lot of trading on my own before that. And then I joined Delphian. It's more of a strategic type position rather than a more sales. So, as an advisor. So I've been with Delphian for about 4 years. Shawn, do you want to do your own?
Yeah, I can do that. That's fine. Hi, everybody. My name is Shawn Glover. I'm a trading strategist at Delphin as well, and I'll be talking some of the earnings strategies in the later part of the session. But I have experience trading futures and options. I ran a trading desk for over 10 years doing that, so traded options on commodities. I also have experience working with Merrill Lynch and Charles Schwab, trading stocks and options with them as well. And I earned my finance degree from the University of Florida. I've been with Delphian a little shy of Josh's experience, and maybe a little over 3 years. But to his point, I was big in sales for a while as well, and that wasn't really my niche. So I'm working with Delphian and being able to come up with strategies and ideas and learn from members and pass some of those ideas and those trading ideas onto members, by using Delphian and the backtesting capabilities and all the other capabilities that we have in there within state modeling and the algorithm and such. I find it to be a much better fit, and I enjoy the position and working with the group that we do. So that sums up me, and I'll be back on in a little bit to go over some of my my earnings stuff.
Great, thanks, Shawn. Okay, so just a quick overview of earnings and the different types of strategies. And this is like we rolled it all into one graphic to kind of explain things. From a 30,000 foot level. These trades, some of these are a lot more complex, whereas some of them are pretty basic. So we'll go through each one of these individually and show you examples of Q3 and ones that we like in Q4. So in basic, so the pre-runners. And so we have a bearish and a bullish. So basically this is, leading up to an earnings announcement. We think, investors are either, buying into it, and there's lots of names like that, like Facebook, people pile into it beforehand. And then there's other ones that have problems, where people are selling out of it. They don't think, they're going to have good earnings. So that's like the two kind of pre-trades as far as stock movement. Another pre-trade, it would be volatility rise. So that's, similar, where a bunch of people are piling into the options, and we know right after earnings move, the volatility comes out almost immediately. So we look for trades where we can get in prior to and get out before that earnings for the volatility rise. We have a mover trade. So that's ones that historically have moved a lot. So the big key with that is ones that move outside of their expected move. And we'll explain that. And then from there, we also have ones that don't move outside their expected range. And those kind of go hand in hand with the volatility crush. So that's a credit trade, and a little more complex, but we'll explain that. Shawn will cover that in detail. And the last ones are the runners. So that's after the announcement. Do these things take off after the announcement normally? Or do they tank afterwards? So we have screenings for all those, and we can test them over the last 10 earnings cycles. So that's the basic overview, and we'll go into detail on each one of these. So now we'll hand it over to Sudhir.